You see the shiny awards, you hear about the breakthrough drugs, but what does it really take to succeed in the pharmaceutical industry? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and show you the hidden blueprint. To really get this, let's rewind the clock a bit, back to 2020. This quote right here from the welcome letter of the Irish Pharma Industry Awards that year, it just captures the moment perfectly. The stakes had never, ever been higher. The entire world was watching. And kind of relying on this one sector to help navigate a massive global crisis. It was a really pivotal time. So let's dive into that moment of recognition, the 2020 Irish Pharma Industry Awards. This was a celebration of incredible achievement in a year that was, well, defined by some pretty unprecedented challenges. Now, this was the 7th year for these awards, but this one was totally different. Right in the middle of all that global disruption, the ceremony itself had to change. It wasn't some big, fancy gala. It was a digital broadcast, all to honor the companies that were pushing forward against all odds. And you know what's really telling is who was backing the event. You've got the main industry group, Biopharmachem Ireland. You've got a huge logistics company like Kuhn plus Nagel, and even a major national newspaper, the Irish Times. It's a huge clue that success in this world isn't a solo act. It's a massive team sport. So all this celebration gets you thinking, right? We see the winners up there on the virtual stage. But what about the foundations? What are the actual building blocks you need to construct a company that's even capable of winning these kinds of awards in the first place? Well, the answer starts in a place you probably wouldn't expect. It's not with some fancy new molecule or a groundbreaking patent. Nope. It starts with the most fundamental ingredient on the entire planet, water. This is ground zero. Before it can be used for literally anything, the water coming into a pharma facility is called raw water. Could be from a river, could be from a canal. It might even just be untreated tap water. The key thing is, it's not ready. It has to be obsessively managed from the second it shows up on site. So why all the fuss? Well, because water is everywhere. It's a direct ingredient they use in production and in formulating the drugs. It's used for absolutely critical cleaning processes. And it's used in the quality control labs. Pretty much every single stage of the game depends on water that meets these unbelievably high standards. So here's the main takeaway. The fanatical attention to detail, the level of precision needed for just this one single element is absolutely immense. Now, just try to imagine scaling that same insane level of complexity across every single process, every material, every system in an entire manufacturing facility. It's a staggering thought. And here's the secret. No company, and I mean no company, no matter how huge they are, can manage all that complexity by themselves. It takes a village. It requires this huge, interconnected network of specialized partners, a whole ecosystem of experts. Okay, let's start with the building itself. You don't just call up a regular construction crew. You need specialists, companies like GCon or ASG or MotoBuild. These are the folks who create the hyper-controlled environments, the clean rooms and modular labs where the actual science can even happen. Then, once you've made your product, you have to move it. And the supply chain is incredibly critical. So a partner like SkyCell, they don't just ship boxes. They provide these advanced temperature-controlled containers that are monitored by the Internet of Things, all to make sure those sensitive medicines are protected every single second of their journey. So who's the conductor for this whole orchestra? That's where engineering firms like Tandem Project Management come in. They oversee these massive, complex projects from the very first design sketch all the way through to the final validation, making sure every single piece works together perfectly. And this is so, so important. It's not just about technology and buildings, it's about the people. You've got organizations like InnoPharma and Biopharmachem SkillNet, and their whole job is to train and upskill the workforce to make sure the human element is just as advanced as the machinery. Even the basic stuff you think might be simple isn't. You have GMP partners. That just means good manufacturing practice, like the company A&C. These are businesses that specialize in making and supplying essential ingredients, and they have to make them to the exact same ridiculously high standards as the final drug. So you see this web, right? This interconnected network of specialists? This is the true foundation. If an award-winning pharma company is just the tip of the iceberg that we can see, this whole ecosystem is the massive, hidden structure under the water that gives it all its strength and support. So,
With that foundation of microscopic detail and this powerful ecosystem in place, let's circle back to the awards and see what excellence actually looks like when it all comes together.
First up, excellence is about way more than just profit. It's about responsibility. Having an award for Sustainability Initiative of the Year shows you that leading companies are being judged on how they take care of the environment. And then, of course, at the very heart of the industry is innovation, the R&D Achievement Award that highlights the relentless drive for new discoveries, for the scientific breakthroughs that ultimately save lives. See, here it is again. This reinforces that theme we saw earlier. An award just for education and training proves that investing in your people and building skills for the future isn't just a nice thing to do, it is a recognized, celebrated strategy for success. Now, this one's a biggie. The award for a large-scale project is a direct measure of a company's ability to just get things done. It's about taking a huge, complex, ambitious plan and delivering it successfully, on time and on budget. And finally, we have the grand prize. Winning Pharma Industry Company of the Year isn't about being good at one thing. It's the ultimate recognition that you have achieved excellence across the board, from R&D to manufacturing to sustainability to your people. It's the whole shebang. So, where is all this headed? Well, the future is what people are calling Pharma 4.0. Think smart factories, integrated data, way more efficiency. And that entire ecosystem that we just explored, that is the launchpad for this next evolution. Which really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. If the success we see in the pharma industry is just the tip of an iceberg built on this deep, hidden foundation of insane detail and massive collaboration, it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other unseen complexities are holding up the other major industries we rely on every single day?